Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to show you all the details of the new Nissan Qashqai. This car has just launched on the Croatian market and Nissan has kindly given me this car to show you the details. So let's unlock it. Here is the key. When you unlock it, you are greeted with nice LED lights and the mirrors of course unfold. This is the third generation model. It sits on the new platform, which is very important because the car is now stiffer, actually 41% stiffer compared to the predecessor, and also 60 kilos lighter. That means we have better driving characteristics. I'll talk about that during our point of view drive, so stay tuned for that. But now let's focus on the design. So on the front we have the new grille, V-motion grille, and the new LED lights. As I said, the car is very attractive. Let me show you the lights. So the LED lights are standard. These are the matrix LEDs, and you also have the front sensors here, the camera, bunch of radars and stuff like that, because this car is packed with safety features. I'll show you that during the drive as well. We also have the real air inlets, and for example, this is from aluminium, and we also have some cool features such as this Qashqai lettering. Very cool detail. Tell me in the comments what are your thoughts. Daytime running LEDs are here, and of course these are the indicators as well. Let me show you the side profile. 4 meters and 43 is the length. That means the car is longer than its predecessor, around 35 millimeters longer. But important thing is that the wheelbase has been increased by 20 millimeters. That means more room inside, which is very important for buyers of this segment. I will also show you that the trunk has been increased as well. Let's talk about the wheels then. So these are the 19-inch wheels in dual tone. They look nice, but the good thing is they are big, but they still have, tires that are pretty big. And you see, this is the dimension 235/50 R19, and that means you have very smooth ride actually, even though we have a huge wheels. This car is also available with 20-inch wheels for the first time ever, so you can also upgrade from these to bigger ones, but I think these are really enough. We have the wheel arches in plastic, strong design lines, look at this, and the C-pillar, just look at this design element, very cool indeed. We have the privacy glass, tinted windows on this car, as well as the sunroof, and the roof rails are in aluminium. And overall I think they really did a good job with the design. Let me show you the rear of the car. So not so many changes here when we compare it to the predecessor. We have more changes on the front, but I think this looks pretty nice, clean design. And when you unlock the car, you're greeted with nice LED lights. We have a new signature, and this is now becoming a trend. The logo and lettering, so they are both here. Once again, tinted windows, and this roof spoiler makes the car a bit more sporty. And overall, tell me in the comments what are your thoughts on the design. I do love this aluminum part on the bumper, and the fact that there are no fake exhausts, so that's the way it should be. This is the real one underneath the car. But yeah, there are no fake exhausts, and I think this looks much cleaner when we compare it to some other models, that have fake exhausts. It is now time to show you the trunk, and you actually just need to press this because we have the electric tailgate on this car. And here we are greeted with 480 liters, which is a big increase. It's 50 liters more compared to the predecessor. And we also have the dual floor. You actually have the spare tire underneath, which is pretty cool and not something that you see often. Also cool feature is this, so you can divide this into 2 sections so that your bags don't go all around the place. Hooks for your shopping bags are on both sides, and we also have the 12-volt power outlet, and the light is on our left, but it's not in LED technology, and we actually have the light on both sides. So yeah, and in order to close the trunk, there are 2 ways. You can just press this, but you can also do it with the key. Let me show you this. So just press this. And speaking about the key, I would love to see maybe something else, something different compared to the older key, but other than that, really they nailed it with the new functions and new technology and more practicality when we talk about this new generation model. Before we enter the car and I show you the interior, let me also mention the suspension. So if you go for the front wheel drive car, this car is available with either front wheel drive or all wheel drive. So on front wheel drive with 20-inch wheels, you will get the multi-link at the back. If you go for the all-wheel drive version, you will get the multi-link at the back no matter which wheels you choose. And on front-wheel drive models with up to 19-inch wheels, you would get a torsion beam at the back. This one is all-wheel drive model, so this car does have the multi-link at the back. And if you are wondering about the color of this car, it's called Pearl White. You see it in combination with the black roof. There are actually 11 colors available and the customers can choose between 16 different options because you have the dual tones on other colors as well. So tell me in the comments, how do you like this spec? So time to explore the interior, and the model in our video has got the keyless entry, which means I just need to press this, have the key somewhere around me and the car unlocks. And here we are greeted with modernized and improved interior. So let's start here. I mean, just look at the materials here. This is all in leather, nice stitching, and yeah, well, I also love this panel here because this is not in gloss black. You see it much better and doesn't get scratches that easily. You have the, of course, functions here for the windows and the mirrors and the lock and unlock buttons as well. Door pocket is rather huge. You can put a large bottle in here without any problems. These are the seats. As you can see, we have electric functions and you also have the lumbar support. Nice leather here, and we have the blue elements. Not sure if camera is catching it. Yeah, it is now. So you see bluish elements, looks rather nice. And now let's check out the view from driver's perspective. Alright, and this is it, and I will actually start the car. You just need to press the start engine button, which is located down there. And now it comes to life. So let me show you all the details here. First of all, in front of us there is a new steering wheel. I am a big fan of this steering wheel. I wasn't convinced in the first photos, but seeing it in person and feeling it, it's really nice. And yeah, I am a big fan. Thumb up for that. You have some buttons here. You have the new 12.3-inch digital cockpit with different views. It's an option. You get it in higher trims such as this one, of course. And this is the 9-inch infotainment system touchscreen. I will go through the details in a moment. Let me show you other features right now. So the air vents are now lower compared to the predecessor. Predecessor had higher air inlets and the screen was lower, but now they replaced it. This is pretty good. You have the buttons for the AC, which is always nice to see. So you adjust, let me change the view. You would adjust the air blower here and the temperature on these knobs. So this is really easy to use. Turn it off, turn it on, sync. And you have the heated seats on this car, so that's also one cool feature, as well as the heated steering wheel and additional features here for the AC. Start stop button once again, 12-volt power outlet. This is the wireless charging pad for your phone, and this is pretty clean design, and I am a big fan once again of this because it's not gloss black and does not get scratches that easily, and also you don't leave marks on it that easily, at least. This is the switch for the driving mode. So since we have the four-wheel drive layout, we have the 5 driving modes: Eco, Sport, Standard and Snow. I will keep it in standard now. Later on we will go on a drive, so stay tuned for that. This is the gear lever of the Xtronic. So this is the CVT transmission, and I am actually really surprised by this transmission. I will show you how it performs during the point of view drive, but as I said, really a pleasant surprise for me. Cup holders, they are not adjustable, but I think they are decent. You can put some drinks here and they won't spill. This is the middle armrest, nice stitching, the same pattern as on the seats. You can open it like this, so you have some additional storage room, or like this. And now the USB ports are hidden here, so you have the USB-C and a classic USB port and additional storage room. Let me also show you the glove box. Pretty decent, not huge, but not bad at all. Also, nice feature is this trim. I don't know how to call this, but yeah, it's nice that it's not gloss black. It's got this cool pattern, and I definitely need to mention that the materials here on the dashboard are really awesome. So look at this. This is all in leather, and this is soft touch, so thumb up from me. The buttons here: start, stop, off, steering assist, and you also have the head-up display. Now, speaking about the head-up display, you can turn it on or off with this button. It's a 10.8-inch head-up display, which is the biggest one in segment. And you see we have the speed limit, we have the speed, you also have some additional navigation functions and arrows that tell you where to go and stuff like that. So pretty cool and definitely useful, especially if you're driving on unknown road. This can help you a lot. But now it is time to check out the infotainment system. Okay, and this is the main menu. You can swipe it to the left or to the right, and there you have all of the functions that you need. You can also customize the home menu and put things that you like here so that you can easily access them. Cool thing is that you can also change this clock, but I prefer this one. We also have some of the physical buttons here. As you can see, audio, you can access the music and the FM and stations. Menu, you go back to the main menu. Map, this shows you the map. We have the route guidance on, so you have split screen, you have the map here, and here are some of the instructions for you where to go. But let's cancel the route guidance. Now you see the full map, and let me show you the 3D shape of the buildings. This is pretty good, and it's quite responsive, so not the best one, but not bad at all. And you can easily switch to night mode by just pressing this. That's cool. You don't need to go into menus and stuff like that. Speaking about settings and menus, you can customize various functions. Here, let's go to navigation settings. You have map settings. You can change the view, but I prefer the 3D map view. I think that one is the best. You can have the information on the split screen, so intersections, turn list, or fuel map. Map icons, what do you want on? Currently we have the fast food on, but other than that, yeah, we have the parking, petrol stations. You can turn on also the nightlife if you want to go out. Map icons, so yeah, that was it. More settings, you can change the map color. So yeah, whether you wanted to emphasize traffic, text, roads, I will just keep it on standard. You can change the map text size, and yeah, well, bunch of settings here for the map. Let's go back. So those are the navigation settings, guidance settings, route preferences, and stuff like that. Not gonna go through that right now, but you get the point. Clock, some basic functions and configurations are available here, so you can adjust the audio here. So let's say this. Well, now we have this clicking sound, and I'm a fan of it, so I will keep it on. Say you would also adjust the guidance voice here, but I switched it off. Once again, customizing the home menu is available here. Sound settings. You can adjust a bunch of settings in here, and you can also customize audio sources. So this car has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and you also have the Nissan Connected app, which is always nice to have, because then you can get some of the information. Just a second. So yeah, you can just scan the QR code and you would go into the store and yeah, just get the Nissan Connected app, pair it with your car and see various information about your car on your mobile phone. And that's a trend these days. A lot of manufacturers offer this, and it's nice to see it also on the new Nissan Qashqai. And when you go to settings, you also have this additional screen here, Nissan Connected Services, System Update, System Voice Apps, Camera. Speaking about the camera, you can adjust the settings here, brightness and stuff like that. So let's actually go to camera. You see, this is the front view camera, this is the 360 camera, and if you go into reverse, which I'll do now, you get the view from the rear view camera. As you can see, the picture is really good, and overall I think with those cameras and this system you can really park without any problems. Overall, I really love this kind of system because it tells you where the obstacles are and makes, you know, the parking much safer. We are now done with this screen, but I have a lot to show you on the new digital cockpit. So as I said, 12.3-inch one, and we have different views and different information in front of us. This is the classic view where you have the rev counter on our left and the speedometer on our right. You also have additional info in front of the driver and here between the dials themselves. So you can configure the information that you see by pressing this. So you go to drive computer, have the torque split, since this is the 4x4 car, and this is the navigation. So if you turn on the navigation, you would get the map between the dials. Here is the list of stations, and this is the safety systems are here. You can see if they are on or off, and traffic sign recognition. Settings, here is where you would adjust the systems themselves. So lane assist, you see that we have the emergency lane on. You can also turn on the intervention and warning. Blind spot, you can turn on just warning. Emergency brakes, so you have front and rear emergency brake. When you turn it off, you will see this icon here showing you that it's off, but I will keep it on. Traffic sign recognition, you can turn it off as well, and cruise navi link on or off. Personal display, so here is where you would adjust what you see here. For example, you can see the navigation, leave it blank, but I will put the gear position. And the head-up display, you can adjust it here. You can adjust the height. I put it a bit lower as I think this is better for me. So you can also rotate, and here you have the contents selection. So what you want to see on the head-up display, everything is turned on. I think that's the best way to go. Eco settings are available here, and here is where you would adjust the eco driving mode. So as I said, 5 driving modes are available on this car. You can adjust the clock here as well. Vehicle settings, so lighting, locking, wipers, mirrors fold. You can actually make the mirrors fold only when you start the ignition if you want, so at ignition, or you can also auto fold off. Do it if you are parking very near to the wall at the garage, for example. Wipers, bunch of settings here, settings for the locking and for the lighting. So the mood lighting, I will turn it to maximum, but I don't know if we will be able to see it right now, but during the night drive I will definitely demonstrate you that. So this car has the mood lighting in one color, I believe, but let's see how that looks during the night. Maintenance, let's see this. So the next service, well, quite a long time will pass until that, I think. Air filter, tire, stuff like that. Display settings, can adjust various things here, and the units can also be adjusted here. So those were the settings, but now let's see this. So we saw all the contents that are available here, but I mentioned that you can change the view as well. You do it by pressing this, and now you change the display view to this cool one. So look at this. So on our left we have the rev counter, and on our right we have the speedometer. In the middle you can have bunch of settings, once again the same ones that we saw on previous view. So yeah, those two views are available, but a lot of configuration also possible, as I've just show you. I will actually turn this view. I think it's quite a cool one, and let's see if I can do this. Just a second. I will turn on the navigation, and now you see we also have the map in front of us. So quite cool. And with that one, I think I covered all the infotainment system and digital cockpit information. Let's see this. Sun visor for the passenger as well. And of course, since this car has the panoramic roof, I need to show you that. A nice, lovely view at the sky. Tell me in the comments, are you a fan of this sunroof and of sunroofs overall? And would you spec it on this car? Let us now see how much space we have at the back. I already mentioned that we have 20 millimeters more of a wheelbase, which means definitely more room. And before we enter, just look at this. Look at the angle of opening. So it's 85 degrees, really impressive. And yeah, you can enter without any problems. Once again, leather here, which is really good. And this is some plastic, but this is in leather, so very nice indeed. You would be able even to fit a smaller bottle in here. But now, without further ado, let's jump on board. And this is really good. I'm 1.87 m and I still have plenty of room here for my knees. This car actually has 28 millimeters more room here for the knees at the back, which is really good. And now let me show you how much space I have for my head. And this is it, no problems whatsoever for my head. Official numbers say that this car has 15 millimeters more headroom compared to its predecessor, but since we have the panoramic roof, I believe that if you go for the version without panoramic roof, you would get even more room. But as I said, 1.87 m, no problems, neither for my knees or for my head, so thumb up. At the rear you also have the storage room, the air vents, USB-C port, USB port, the classic one, additional storage room, and the middle armrest with these cup holders. They are not adjustable, but they are pretty decent. And the ISOFIX points are here, so you just remove this plastic and then put it back on. Pretty easy. It is now time to check out the engine, so let's pull this and see what we have underneath the bonnet. So no hydraulic struts, which means I'll be back with you in a moment. Alright then, what do we have here? So the model in our video has got the mild hybrid petrol engine. It's a 1.3 liter engine with 158 horsepower. It is paired with the Xtronic CVT automatic transmission, and we also have the all-wheel drive layout. Of course, there are other options as well. So you can have the 1.3 liter mild hybrid with 140 horsepower. That one is paired with the manual transmission and front-wheel drive layout. Also, this engine, 158 horsepower, can be paired with manual, and then you get the front-wheel drive layout. If you want all-wheel drive layout, then you need to go for the automatic transmission with this engine. And of course, it's also possible to get the front-wheel drive automatic and 158 horsepower a mild hybrid. So tell me in the comments what would be your choice. Those are the options now. Later on we will also have the e-power, which is very interesting technology. So the e-power is actually the combination of electric motor and the petrol engine, but petrol is used to give electricity to the electric engine. The electric engine is driving the wheels. So you will have the sound because the petrol engine will be working, but the power will be from the electric motor, which means instant power, a lot of torque, stuff like that. So I am really interested in seeing how that car goes. I think I will have also that one on the test, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, for now we have those mild hybrid petrol engines. Tell me in the comments what would be your choice. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you liked this detailed review of the new Nissan Qashqai. Tell me in the comments what do you think about this new third generation, which is packed with technology and new features. Tell me in the comments what would be your choice. I will put the official price list in the description, so there you can see all the packs and prices. Stay tuned for the driving part of this video, so point of view drive is coming. And that's it. Thank you for watching, subscribe to the channel, and see you on the next video. Bye bye.